thank you, and welcome. Thanks for clicking. I'm Mark Morse. Today is kind of a special day for me. You may have noticed from the thumbnail that the title of this video is Grandpa Mark's House of Vinyl Goodness. Grandpa is a new thing that has just been acquired for me. My daughter, Luxie, this is Luxie here. Yeah, she's really the star. I should give her more time up there. She and her husband had their first baby yesterday, September 27th. 8 pounds, 1 ounce. Her name's Loretta. And I wanted to celebrate Loretta with this video. I had all sorts of ideas about baby songs or songs about parenthood, all that stuff. I decided not to do any of that because it was too much work. So I had like 3 things I wanted to go over, but I just wanted everybody to know that Luxie did have her child. They're healthy, everybody's healthy and happy. It looks like everything has gone well. I haven't been able to see the little girl yet because on Friday I started getting sick. I started getting a sore throat. You might notice that in this video. And I started developing a cough. And I was going to go up today, but after talking with some people, we decided I'll just wait a little bit longer until I'm better and maybe go up and see her in her city soon. I want to talk about these records. It's kind of a celebration today. I just wanted to really make an announcement, and I wanted to talk about records because it's a vinyl thing. So that's what I'm doing. I came across a record that I forgot I had. In fact, it was still in the shrink when I rediscovered it. And it's this record. It's At Home with Screamin Jay Hawkins. And I bought this, I think, last year. And I put it behind, I have my Yesterday and Today Beatles Second State Butcher's cover, and I have it propped up over here. For some reason, this was behind it. So I had forgot I had it, and I was going through some of my Halloween stuff, and I'm like, hey, I thought I had a Screamin Jay Hawkins in here. And it reminded me that I needed to look around, and that's where I found it. So I just listened to this the first time today. A lot of fun. Screamin Jay Hawkins. This is his debut album. This was re-released by Wax Time Records with 4 bonus tracks, actually. And I picked it up last year. Screamin Jay. If you have never watched Screamin Jay perform, do yourself a favor, look up a video. The one everybody, if you know anything by Screamin Jay, it's probably his I Put a Spell on You. It's probably his most well-known performance. But this man is fun to watch. I consider him a precursor to people like Alice Cooper and stuff. Just, he would come out of a coffin. He had that skull. Henry, I think his name was. Just, it was more theatrics than anything else. He does have an incredible voice, and they call him Screamin Jay because of that's what he does. I'm just going to give you a little clip of Screamin Jay Hawkins here. I've gotten a couple copyright strikes recently. Actually, over the last few months, when I try to put a video on, I'm always it's weird what they'll take and what they won't take. But I'm getting a little gun shy now. But if you haven't seen Screamin Jay, I want to give you at least a little taste. And this is like a little 15-second clip from I Put a Spell on You, for educational purposes, just to acquaint yourself with Screamin Jay. So here's Screamin Jay Hawkins, just a snippet. So that was Screamin Jay. I hope you got a sense of Screamin Jay. Honestly, if you haven't watched Screamin Jay, or heard Screamin Jay perform. He is worth watching. He was originally interested in opera, but realized he was going to make a lot of money in opera, and it took a lot of schooling. So just kind of took the rock and roll, blues, still kind of operatic in some of these things, and made a real show out of it, and just a real entertainer. Just loved listening to him, watching him. Screamin Jay Hawkins. That's the first record I'd want to show you. The second record is a record I picked up recently. Lately, there's a recent video I did on hole fillers, records I've been meaning to buy for a while and just haven't got around to. This is one of those, and I am so glad I got it. I listened to it several times in the last couple of days because I love it so much. This is Hank Williams 3, Straight to Hell. And you'll hear him called Hank 3 probably more than you will Hank Williams 3. His grandfather, of course, was Hank Williams Sr. He's the son of Hank Williams Jr. And here's my little story about Hank 3. This album came out in 2006. This is by far, in my humble opinion, his greatest album. I have several albums. This is the one I go to constantly. I have it on CD. But I was at a bar in town called Nick and Joey's back in 2007. And I was going through a divorce. I think I'd just gotten divorced. And I was in this bar, and it's a bar, Italian restaurant, an Italian-Irish restaurant and bar. It was a really fun place. Met a lot of cool people there. But I was hanging out with my friend Linda, and she said, "Have you ever heard of Hank 3?" And I said, "Nope." And she said, "It's country music." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm not really, you know." Right away, I'm thinking, "No, I don't want to. I'm not interested." And then she said, "It's Hank Williams Sr.'s grandson." And I'm like, "Oh great, another somebody." Profiting off the grandfather's name, somebody just, making money because their grandfather was famous. And she kept trying to convince me. She wanted me to go out into her car so she could play a little bit on her CD player. And I finally said, "Yeah, I'll go out, let's listen to it." And she played, I can't remember Country Heroes. She played Country Heroes, and I fell in love. I bought the CD. I've gone to see Hank 3 a couple of times. He doesn't make it up north very often. I don't think he's touring at all now, actually. But I'll put some pictures up of me meeting Hank 3 and getting his autograph. But this is a double album, and I think of the second record as kind of, when All Things Must Pass, George Harrison's album, came out and had that one record, and it was called Apple Jam. That's kind of what I think of the second record on here. It's kind of an extra record. It's not really the focal point, and it's probably nothing you'll probably be interested in, or not that interested in. But the first record with all the songs, look at that vinyl. That looks really good on video. Every song on here is awesome. I just love it. I got so much into Hank 3 for a while. Just great stuff. I'm not going to play any of Hank 3's stuff because I already feel like I'm pushing my luck. But if you do, check out Straight to Hell. It starts out with that famous Louvin Brothers song, Satan is Real, and it starts out and then it goes into Straight to Hell. Some great songs. They're all great songs on here. Country Heroes, you might have heard. I'm not going to say all my favorites on here. I love this thing. If you're going to go listen to one, though, right away, I would say Country Heroes, or maybe a very close second for me is Crazed Country Rebel. I love that song. Love that song. Anyway, I wanted to talk about Hank 3 a little bit. He is not he's not a politically correct person, so yeah, you might want to listen with some trepidation there. And then the last thing I want to talk about, and this is granddaughter related, is this Let It Be Beatles box set. The only reason I want to talk about this is, well, Lexi and I both, we both love the Beatles. I love the Beatles, I'm sure, way more than her, because I think she's getting a little tired of me buying her Beatle records all the time. But when she told me that she was going to name her daughter Loretta, the first thing I thought of was the Beatles' Get Back. And so I asked her, I said, did you get that name from that Beatles song? Thinking, oh man, I've had this influence on her. Now she's going to name her child Loretta from Get Back. And she said, oh no, I forgot that was even in that song. But I'm not going to be able to hear that song without thinking, get back home, Loretta. Your mama's waiting for you in her high-heeled shoes and her low-neck sweater. I'll be saying that to that poor child until the end of my days. So she has that to look forward to. But that's really what I wanted to talk about with this. But I might as well show it since I have it out. There's a nice book that comes with it. The story of Let It Be. Great stuff, fun stuff. I really rate Let It Be up there. I know I rate it higher than my dog's roll around like a freak. I know I rate it a little higher than most people. I really love that album. These are the Apple Sessions and Jams. This is the Get Back. I think this is mixed by Lynn Jones. And then, of course, the album. And I believe these are remixed by Giles Martin. And then, what is this? I can't even remember what this is right now, but it looks cool. Oh, I got fingerprints all over it. Whatever it is, it needs to be clean. But, what is this? Pardon me, I don't know what that is. I didn't really do a lot of research on this. I can't remember what that is. That's really nice. Now I feel stupid. Anyway, I wanted to talk about Let It Be just because of Loretta, my granddaughter, and congratulations, Lexi and Songwin. Songwin is my son-in-law, and Loretta. We're going to try to get this world straightened out before you have to mess around in it much. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.